New York,
Paris,
London,
Beijing,
Tokyo.
Berlin.
All of these cities are home to some of the best transit systems in the world. Although each of these systems are unique in their own way, there is one that conquers all.
The Chicago Transit Authority, CTA.
The Chicago Transportation Authority operates the nation's second largest public transportation system. The CTA works to connect people within the Chicago area and 35 surrounding suburbs. On an average weekday, the CTA serves about 1.6 million riders. Today, the CTA stands strong as a fierce competitor in this year's Transit Olympics.
The Transit Olympics is the proving ground of all transit agencies.
This year, the CTA has a secret weapon to victory.
The college interns.
Hello, my name is Adam DeSoto.
And I'm Xavier Camacho, and we're here hosting this year's Transit Olympics.
Excuse the noise, it's a little loud in here, but we're here live, currently at CTA Headquarters at 567 West Lake Street.
And we're here to give you guys an inside look at CTA's secret weapons here.
The college interns. Welcome back. After a whole summer of training and experience, these college interns look like they're ready to rock.
It takes so much hard work and determination just to get here every morning. Let's take a look and see what these college interns have to say about motivation and their reasons for joining Team CTA.
What motivated me to be part of Team CTA? As a Chicago native, the CTA is ingrained in the culture and the heart of the city.
I liked the idea of working in a public transportation organization that offers plenty of opportunities to get involved.
I wanted to be a part of Team CTA because we have the opportunity here to get hands-on experience in a variety of departments.
I thought it would be great to get experience working at the nation's second largest transit agency.
I was motivated to work at CTA because I have a deep and vested interest in ensuring that all Chicagoans have access to a transit system that is reliable.
I really wanted to work at CTA because I've lived in Chicago my whole life and I really want to work somewhere I make a difference.
CTA provides transportation for Chicagoans and people of the surrounding suburbs, and it gets their riders to and from their destination safely.
When you think of the CTA, you generally think conductors, but it's way more than that. There's people behind the law department, finance and engineering, learning and support, and many more departments.
Wow, these CTA college interns got a lot of talent. What do you think, Xavier?
Dude, I mean, they're ridiculously talented. It's crazy. There's so many of them. I'm actually pretty curious to see what they do on a day-to-day basis. What do they bring to the table? How do they go above and beyond?
Above and beyond.
Every day.
Every day.
Here at the CTA.
So what I've been doing as an intern to set myself apart from the competition is this: using my curiosity to my advantage by networking with other employees and by asking questions.
The way I stood out above and beyond was that I started doing a lot of projects, small projects, that accumulate up to my big project.
I set myself apart by learning more than I was originally intended to. Aside from the bends, I learned about laser surveying and about the signals.
I've always just tried to bring a consistent effort.
I use task function Oracle where I enter all my daily tasks and projects and meetings.
I write down what I have to do for the next day and break it down into small chunks so that when I come in, I don't have to spend an hour or two getting ready and getting back into the swing of things.
I've been coached to nurture my ideas and ambitions to make this internship my own.
Dude, I am blown away by the work that these college interns are accomplishing, man. These kids are the future.
It looks like their day-to-day tasks are pushing them further and further throughout their careers. And I can tell you right now, it is crucial to the success of Team CTA.
I'm contributing to the success of Team CTA by offering fresh ideas and hard work in an ever-changing environment.
The training catalog that I'm helping to develop will serve the CTA in helping keep track of all the training requirements. Ultimately, this catalog will be accessible via e-link for all employees to access.
I've been able to advocate on behalf of the CTA. Additionally, I've been able to contribute via motions in limine
business development department does not have maps of some of the non-fare box revenue that they have, so what I'm doing is helping them visualize all their data that is stored in Excel sheets.
I've also worked in a lot of real-world cases that have a direct impact on CTA.
In terms of future success, what I am doing, especially the strategy part, what it's going to happen is it's going to be able to be applied to different types of jobs. For example, there are flagmen, there are switchmen, towermen. They all have different types of aspects and different types of safety violations. And with the strategy that I'm creating, it would help them reduce these sort of violations as well as make them feel more safe.
So from what we just heard, it looks like these interns and Team CTA have a very bright future.
But we cannot be talking about the future without talking about the now. If it wasn't for some of the great influences by the mentors, co-workers, managers, and all the other great people here at the Team CTA, I don't know how these interns would have got the experiences that they got.
People who are working at the CTA full-time have a much different perspective than the interns. And for the most part, they would love to share the things that they have learned during their time at this organization.
My mentors at CTA have given me the tools I need to succeed, and I can always count on them to cheer me on as well as learn from their critiques.
They've always been willing to answer any questions, provide any guidance for assignments. They really want all the interns to do well.
I was lucky enough to work with the most smartest, intelligent people in the signage and wayfinding department.
The liaisons in the GCR department have been amazing.
My teammates down in HR are awesome, always supportive, keep me motivated.
With their support and mentorship, I was able to come out of my comfort zone and express myself fully.
Part of being an intern is learning how to look for the proper solution from your managers and your coworkers.
Mentors here at the CTA are amazing in that they offer valuable insight into different ways to handle different issues.
I would always approach either my direct manager or one of my coworkers, and they never felt uneasy or were reluctant to help me.
I have about 7 other coworkers, also my manager, and then my deputy chief engineer, all to which that I go to for help.
Because all the mentors are so encouraging, going back to them and asking questions or for clarification felt really comfortable, and it made sure that I was always doing my best work here.
Grit, tenacity, and persistence are the 3 key elements of winning this year's Transit Olympics.
Not everything is easy, but these CTA college interns are well equipped with the skills that it takes to not only go above and beyond, but to be a great leader.
Well, I was working on a project creating an interactive station map, and I ran into a lot of issues in programming because I don't really know how to do that. So I reached out to a bunch of different departments, including graphic design and other interns, and the interns in my cohort ended up being able to help me out with it.
There was a specific time where I had a project and it was very time consuming, but I had limited time to finish it. The way I went about finishing the project was asking not only my department for help, but asking other departments as well.
The size of my project was very overwhelming, and so I met with my boss to make a schedule for the timeline of our project, and it became a lot more manageable.
Working in some of the different practice areas is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I found it to be very helpful talking with other interns about those types of assignments that I was working on, just kind of see what their approach was and what worked for them and how they prepared, and that in turn helped me prepare better and helped me focus more on what really mattered in the assignments I completed.
There were difficulties around the way. GIS programming is difficult, but I had the pleasure of working with seasoned employees here who know the programming software that I'm learning, so it was always helpful to have them at my side.
Every case that we work on has some sort of challenge to it, and I think the big thing for the law department is to just keep working on the issues and the challenges that we face, and to be diligent and determined.
I didn't think I was prepared for the workshops I was delivering. I had to deliver a cover letter writing workshop, a resume writing workshop, and so on. But I definitely overcame these challenges. I was able to deliver excellent presentations. I had people submit their resumes for edits, so that made me feel like the work I did helped other people at the CTA. Also, if it weren't for my managers, I wouldn't have the courage and the dedication as much as I did to keep going.
Team CTA has a lot of moving parts, and it's because of this that they need diverse professions to keep it operating successfully.
You see, Adam, that's the key word, diversity. Here, all of our college interns are from different parts of Chicago. They go to different colleges and universities across the country, and because of that, they have so much depth in perspectives and fields of knowledge that there's no way we can lose this year. Let's take a look and see why these college interns chose their majors.
A teacher in high school told me that success is all about finding the intersection of what's going to make you comfortable in life, what you love, and what you're good at.
As a communication and business student, I live and breathe all things media, marketing, and communication. My passion is understanding how brands and businesses can directly impact and manipulate the psychological, social, and mind responses of consumers.
I'm majoring in illustration at Kendall College of Art and Design, and ever since I was little, I always knew I'd be some sort of artist. I'm a very visual learner and creative thinker, and just drawing and creating just makes sense to me.
What motivated me to pursue business management was to put myself in a position to be able to provide services and opportunities to the constituents of Chicago.
The main reason I went to civil engineering was my fascination with the Chicago skyline. All the buildings and the structures that I used to see around the city intrigued me, and I always wanted to know not only how they were able to build such marvels, but also to build some of my own.
What motivated me to pursue my major was actually working for a congressman who sits on the Appropriations Committee for Transportation, Housing, and Urban Development.
I started off as a teacher, and I really enjoyed that, but I decided I wanted to pursue more larger scale advocacy and systemic change, so I decided to go to law school because I figured that would be the best way to work for changing the system and improving others' lives.
I wanted to help advocate for others who are disadvantaged and couldn't advocate for themselves.
When we think about health in communities, we oftentimes don't think of workers as a community, and work has an impact on health, on our family's health, income, where we live, and access to health care. So in order to deter the health inequities in the U.S., I think occupational health will get me there.
Wow, after what we've seen here today, and after what we've seen from the stories these interns have told, it seems like Team CTA and these college interns have really got some heart.
Oh, yo, Adam, I'm getting word live right now from
Whoa.
downstairs that they're about to start competing.
Right now.
Right now.
Starting right now.
Yeah, so I'm signing off. This is Xavier.
Adam DeSoki signing off.
And let the games begin.